chill out with cooling breath. So I'm really excited to share this beautiful class with you today. I love pranayama, which is conscious breathing, and it's really, really helpful to give yourself a tool to be able to calm your body down when you feel fight, flight, freeze, when you feel stressed out. And that tips the scale for your evolution because you're making a choice to step out of sort of an ingrained, very ingrained pattern for humans to go into this sort of revved up physical state and mental state. And instead giving yourself tools to be able to calm the body, calm the mind. I believe it's our next step in evolution, and it's the key to enlightenment. So pranayama practices are such an incredible way to do this. So let's learn about cooling breath and what is it and its benefits, how it works, who can benefit from it, and then we'll start our breath meditation for today. Let's get started. So let's talk about cooling breath. What is it? So cooling breath is a simple yoga breathing practice from ancient India, and it's also known as Sitali Pranayama. And to practice Sitali Pranayama, the tongue is rolled lengthwise, and then the breath is drawn in through the tongue as if through a straw. And Sitali Pranayama differs from many other types of pranayama, which are intended to warm the body. So most pranayamas are warming. So this is a special one. And Sitali Pranayama is one of the few that do that. And if you breathe through your nose, it's warming to the body. So a great way to cool the body is to breathe through the mouth because the cool air passes over the tongue. And that's what we're going to do today. So let's look at the Sanskrit breakdown of the word. So the word Sitali is a Sanskrit word, and it means cooling or soothing. And prana, if we're going to go into pranayama, prana means life force, and ayama means extension. So Sitali Pranayama, the extending breath that cools and soothes, or the extending aspect or experience that cools and soothes. Pranayama is more than just breathing. It is expansion of life force energy. So all conscious breathing practices in India are thought to expand your life force energy. So this is the pranayama that cools and soothes. So let's talk about the Ayurvedic aspect of Sitali Pranayama. So because it's cooling aspect, Sitali breath is highly, highly beneficial for Pitta dosha. So Pitta dosha is responsible for metabolism, energy production, digestion, essentially everything that transforms in the body. Pitta is responsible for that. So a lot of fire, a lot of transformation. And so that internal fire or that agni, it's necessary for transformation, but at times we can get overheated, especially in the summer, and especially Pitta dosha in the summer. So that's when we can practice Sitali Pranayama to cool the body, cool the mind. And that's where we're at right now. We're in Pitta season. So if you're feeling hot and sort of aggravated and flares of anger, this is a Pitta imbalance, and this breath will really help for that. So let's talk about when to practice Sitali Pranayama. It can be used to regulate the body's temperature and to still the mind anytime. It can be practiced anytime. It balances the body's temperature in hot weather, so it's great to do in the summertime or anytime you feel overheated after exercise, after yoga practice. So this is an incredible breath to just cool your body and your mind down. So again, the cooling breath is also a treatment for Pitta dosha imbalance. So Pitta dosha imbalance shows up as red skin. If you get flushed, that's Pitta imbalance. Skin rashes, you have heartburn, excess heat in the body, over aggravated mind, overly angry, aggressive, overwhelmed. These are all Pitta out of balance. So that's a great time to use it. So that pranayama is very balancing for those kind of situations. And let's talk about the benefits of Sitali pranayama. So because of its cooling effect, Sitali pranayama benefits the nervous system and the endocrine glands. And it can offer the following benefits. So it reduces excess bile waste in the liver that causes heartburn, again, reducing that Pitta aspect. It reduces fever, controls hunger and thirst, reduces anxiety and stress, increases concentration, reduces high blood pressure, which is another Pitta imbalance. Helps bad breath. It balances and cools the body during hot flashes, menopause, and pregnancy. So really important for ladies that are transitioning into menopause and also when expecting babies. Really incredible breath for all of those. And the people that can really benefit from doing this breath, particularly, again, pregnant or menopausal women, anyone who regularly experiences anxiety, those who often experience intense anger and agitation, those are probably Pitta dosha people, especially in the summer. They'll feel more aggravated, more angry, more on the edge of snapping. That would be a really good time to practice this breath. Those people would really benefit. Those needing extra support in digestion, great breath for that. And those suffering with high blood pressure and those with a Pitta imbalance once again. All right, so let's talk about some of the tips that you can use when practicing this breath. There's a few ways of doing this, and one of them is to roll the tongue lengthwise. And some people just aren't able to do that. So I'm going to give you an alternative way of doing this so you have a few different ways if you can't roll your tongue. One of them is to just do the breath with your tongue out instead of rolled, just straight out, kind of like panting. But another way, alternatively to rolling your tongue, is you can purse your lips together, creating a small opening in your mouth. So the picture shows that. And then you would touch your tongue to the back of the bottom teeth so that the air passes over your tongue. This will be the same as when we do this with the tongue out. So the intention is to have cool air going over the tongue. So you can put your tip of your tongue to the bottom of your teeth or the tip of the tongue behind the front of the teeth to cool the underside of the tongue. If you can't roll your tongue lengthwise, which some people, I guess it's a hereditary thing, they can or they can't. So if it's not something you can do, practice this. Piercing your lips and then allowing your tongue to either be behind the bottom teeth or the top teeth. So that's an alternative to what we're going to do in case you can't roll your tongue. Additionally, the directions in the meditation will be for the curled tongue method. So just know that the directions are going to be the same whether you have a curled tongue or whether you're using the pursed lips. All right. So we're going to actually practice ratio breathing with this. We've had a few classes with ratio breathing, and we're going to practice a 4 to 8 ratio breathing pattern, which is 4 counts on the inhale, 8 counts on the exhale. We'll breathe in for 4, out for 8, and we'll do it for about 10 minutes. And if you want a more advanced practice, you can lengthen the ratio breathing to a ratio pattern of 5 to 10. So it's 5 on the inhale, 10 on the exhale, or 6 to 12, 6 on the inhale, 12 on the exhale. So if you've been practicing pranayama for a long time, you may have an extended breath pattern. If that's you, you can go ahead and lengthen your breathing. If you want a simpler practice, you can shorten the ratio to 4 to 6. So you'd inhale for 4, exhale for 6. But we're going to practice 4 to 8. If that feels good, great. If it doesn't, then you can practice whatever ratio pattern feels good to you. All right, beauties. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's give ourselves this beautiful gift of pranayama today. It will soothe the mind and the body. And it's a great conscious breathing practice for beginners and for those who are experienced in pranayama practices. So everybody can practice it. But pranayama should never be rushed or hurried. And if you feel lightheaded or dizzy during the breathing practice, just simply stop and wait for the sensations to pass. And start again if you want, or just practice the meditation without the breathing. Right, beauties? So just stay tuned to your body and give your body what you need. So let's get started. You want to find a comfortable seated position. You can be on the floor or in a chair, whatever's more comfortable for you. And the important thing is to really just be comfortable. And you can grab props, bolsters, blankets, blocks, whatever you like, chair with a back. Good. And when you found your comfortable position, you can close your eyes. And we'll get started on our Pranayama meditation today. So go ahead and get comfortable. Take a few breaths. Just release any stress or worries or thoughts. Just your body sitting in the chair or on the floor. Become aware of your breathing. Become aware of your heartbeat. Relax, release, and surrender. Allow your body to feel safe. As you release, let's begin. Go ahead and bring your awareness to your breath. And just simply observe the inflow and the outflow without trying to control. Breathing naturally without controlling your breath. Good. I'll introduce a breathing practice to help us deepen into our meditation today. So go ahead and roll your tongue, curling the sides in towards the center, forming a U shape or a tube. And this creates a straw shape in your tongue. And you can stick the end of the tongue out slightly between your pursed lips. Or use the alternate method of pursing your lips with your tongue touching behind the bottom or top of your teeth. Only if you can't curl your tongue. Inhale slowly and deeply through the rolled tongue or pursed lips. The air passing should feel cool, and then close your mouth and exhale slowly through your nose, releasing the hot air. Again, inhaling through the rolled tongue. Close your mouth and exhale through the nose. Good. Feeling the cooling presence of this breath in your mind and in the body. Just feeling your body and mind cool down. Inhaling through the rolled tongue. Allow the breath to expand your chest and fill your belly. And then close your mouth and exhale through the nose. Good. Go ahead and practice again. Inhaling through the rolled tongue. Close your mouth exhaling through your nose. Good. Practice this a few times to get the hang of it. I'm not going to time it right away. I'll have you count to yourself to see how many seconds you inhale for and how many seconds you exhale for. So practice this for a couple of breaths. Good. Continue to observe your breathing easily and effortlessly. Good. And now we're going to inhale for a count of 4 and exhale from anywhere to a count of 6 or 8. So inhale through the curled tongue for the count of 4. Close your mouth. Exhale through the nose for a count of 8. Inhale for 4. Close your mouth and exhale for 8 through the nose. Good. Inhale through the tongue for 4. Exhale through the nose slowly for 8. Good. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 8. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 8. Good. Continuing at your own pace. Allowing the breath to be really full and relaxed. We'll continue this pranayama practice for a few more minutes. So I'll let you know when it's time to stop. Just allow your breath to be steady. And adjusting the breath ratio to fit your breathing if that feels good to you. Or you can stick with the inhale through the tongue for 4 and exhale through the nose gently for 8. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 8. Go ahead and continue at your own pace. Whenever your attention drifts to thoughts in your mind, sounds in your environment, or sensations in your body, just gently return to your breath. Simply, innocently go with the flow. Good. And inhale through the curled tongue for a count of 4. Close mouth and exhale through the nose for a count of 8. One last time. Good. And you can put your hands on your knees or in your lap and just relax and sit quietly. Allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. And continue to meditate in silence, enjoying the benefits of our pranayama practice. You're welcome to continue cooling breath if you like, or you can just sit quietly. And I'll watch the time, and when it's time to return, I'll chime a soft bell. Just keep your eyes closed. Allow yourself to rest in existence. Rest in awareness. Rest in being. And just rest. Existence, awareness, being. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Good. Now resting in being, resting in existence, resting in awareness. I'll introduce 4 intentions. And as I pronounce them, just allow them to wash over you. Joyful, energetic body. Joyful, energetic body. Loving, compassionate heart. Loving, compassionate heart. Reflective, alert mind. Reflective, alert mind. Lightness of being. Lightness of being. Good. And continue to rest in being. Good. Take some time to gently inhale and exhale slowly. Slowly begin to bring your attention back into the room that you're in, into this time, into this place. Gradually bring your awareness back to where you're sitting and lying. And take some time to just sit restfully. Take a few more deep breaths. And when you're ready, you can wiggle your fingers and hands, wiggle your toes and feet, roll your head from side to side, and stretch and move in any way you like. Good. And when it's comfortable, you can gently open your eyes if you haven't already. Welcome back. Namaste. I invite you to go deeper with me into the teachings of meditation, yoga, pranayama, Ayurveda, shamanism by joining the Phoenix community list. Receive weekly goodies and news and hear more about the courses and events that I'm sharing. You can find the link in the description of the video. Just look for Phoenix community list and just click the link and sign up and you're in. All right, beauties. So I look forward to connecting with you there. It's going to be a beautiful connection. You come deeper into the community, and I really look forward to that.